Hello there. I hope you are doing fine today, and thank you again for taking your time to watch our video. I believe after watching this video, it's going to be different. You're going to make your Capsim decision very well, and I'm very sure that you are going to pass this unit. So this is a video that was shared by one of our associates about what he did while making his decision. So in this decision, we are going to review what he has done, and then we are going to see where he made it strong and where he might have made it wrong. So in this video specifically, we are going to tackle research and development, Capsim marketing, Capsim production, Capsim finance, and we are also going to touch on balance scorecard. You see, for balance scorecard is something that guides you while making this decision. It's something like those metrics that will show you whether you are doing it right or you are getting it wrong. So let us begin. We'll start with research and development. Under research and development, you have seen that likely the person had all 5 products as at round 1, and he maintained all of them in their specific market segment. So for Able, this is a traditional market segment product. Eka was placed under low end market segment. Aft was performance product. Agape was size, and Adam was high end. As we can see for Able, which is a traditional product, he has improved the performance to 5.7 and reduced size to 14.3 while providing them with a reliability of 17,500. So for traditional market segment, customer expect a product with reliability of between 14,000 and 19,000. So for him to provide them with the reliability of 17,500, that is a good amount. However, it's always actually being preferred if you can provide them with the maximum amount, for this case 19,000. So there's still a room for improvement for him. Another thing that is controlled here is the age at revision. Customers expect an age of 2 years for each traditional product. If we check Able, as at 31st of this year, it will be having an age of 3.4, and when it is revised, it will cut it by half, so it will be having 1.7, and by the end of the year, it will be having 2.4 years. So 2.4 years is not far from 2.0, so it is still a better age for this kind of product because customer will still find it unique as per their expectation. Also, it's quite difficult for us or anybody to produce a product with an exact age of 2.0 because an age is something that is not constant, something that varies and increases with time. So I think for traditional, he made a better decision, but still there's room for improvement. As long as the product is within the perception map of traditional market segment, it is deemed to be good and it will sell just enough units. So based on the ideal position, 5.7 and 14.3 is good, and this means that this product is going to be a hit on the market and it's going to be competitive enough. So let's go to our next product, which is Eka. Eka is a product in low-end market segment. For Eka, he did not change anything in terms of ideal position. That means he maintained a performance of 2.9 and size of 17.1 and also reliability of 14.0. So for low-end, customer expect a product of age 7 years, and this product currently has an age of 4.6, and by the end of the year it will be having an age of 5.6. So by not changing the aspects of or by not changing the ideal position, he did the right thing because he wanted this product to age so that it can match the expectation of customer, which is 7 years. 7 years is the second most important thing for customers in the low end market segment, and it has an importance level of 24%. So the third item is ideal position. Again, as long as this product is within the perceptual map of low end market segment, it's just good. it means that it will still sell enough unit because customer will find it still as per the expectation. A reliability of between 12,000 and 17,000 is 7% important. So again here he had 14,000, which is good. However, we always advise everyone to actually provide customers with the maximum so that it can give you competitive advantage against your competitor. Our third product is Adam. Adam, he provided it with a performance of 8.9, size of 11.1, and reliability of 23,000. So again, Adam, as per the ideal position, it is within the perceptual map of high-end products. So yeah, it's still good, although it's not that best because we expect it to be at least more, having more performance and lower size, but still it's good because it is within the perceptual map of the high end. For high end, ideal position comes first, so here it's still good. And the second thing is age of 0 years. So again, getting an age of exact 0 years is difficult because this product is something that it doesn't remain where it was like yesterday. It's just like growing up, it ages every day. So for Adam, currently it has an age of 2.5, 2.6, sorry. So by the end, when it is revised, you'll have 1.3, and by the end of the year, it will be having 1.4. So here, it is still something that is not bad because you see most of the competitors are having nearly the same problem. Getting an age of 0 for any product that is already being sold is difficult. So that will not give anyone a competitive advantage unless a newer product is introduced in this market segment. For high-end, reliability of between 20 and 25,000 is 19% important and is the third important thing for customer. So here also he provided them with the 23,000, which is not bad, but again, ensuring that you have the best, the highest, that is 25,000, will give you competitive edge against your competitors. So also ensure that you have the highest possible in this case. And then our next product is Aft. For Aft, we provided them with performance of 10.4, size of 15.3, and reliability of 27,000. For performance product, reliability of between 22,000 and 27,000 is 43% important. Is the most important thing for customers. Customers here are looking for a performance product, something great. So again, ensuring you have the best, like what he has here of 27,000 is the best decision ever. So reliability, the second thing for performance is ideal position. Here, as long as this product is within the perceptual map of performance, it's going to do well. So here, I think he has done well. The next item, age of one year is 9% important. So this comes last because price is the third important thing for this market segment. However, this 9% can be source of competitive advantage, so don't overlook it. Ensure that at least your product doesn't have a very big age gap compared to your competitors. For this product, it will be having an age of 3.2 by the time it's revised, and then by the end of the year it will be having 1.9. And most of your competitors will have the same problem, so you don't need to worry about this. So as long as you have tried your best to have an ideal position, to have the best reliability, then age will just come automatically. You will not get the highest percentage of 9%, but at least you'll get something. So any company that will be having an age closer to 1 year is likely to gain competitive advantage in terms of age advantage for customer. However, you should not worry because most of your competitors will have the same problem. Having an age close to 1 year is not easy. It is difficult. Our next product is Agape, which is a size product, and he provided it with performance of 5.5 and age of 8.8. So for Agape, ideal position comes first. again here, as long as this product is within the perception map of size, you don't need to worry, but ensure that your size item of ideal position actually is lower compared to your competitors. And I think he has done well here, and I believe with this decision it's likely that he'll just have enough unit to sell. So age is the next important thing. In this case, by the time of revision, this product will be having an age of 3.5, and by the end of the year it will be having 1.9. So 1.9 is not far from 1.5, so this is something that is good and can bring some competitive advantage if most of your competitors will be having an age more than 2.0 at the end of the year. So reliability of between 16,000 and 21,000 is 19% important for this product. So again here, ensure you have the best, and he made sure he had the best because he had the 21,000. So and also, sorry, he had 20,000, which was not the best actually, but it's good because I know it will bring some competitive advantage. We also introduced a newer product in the size market segment. I provided it with a performance of 5.6 and size of 8.8 and reliability of 21,000. Here again, actually, I think this is a better decision considering that this market will move downward. So in the coming year, it is likely that more performance and lower size will be required for this product. But I believe that you should always try to first introduce a newer product in the high-end market segment, because this segment is the one that require a product with an age of 0.0. So when your product come out in the market, it will actually likely to meet all the requirement that customers want in high tech. That is an age of 0.0 years, which is 29%, ideal position, and also reliability. But this is still something good because he has introduced a new product, and this will also bring about a competitive advantage, especially when you consider that a newer product in a given segment increases your chance of gaining higher accessibility compared to your competitors. And with higher accessibility, you are likely to sell more units quicker than your competitors. So another item that you need to take note while making decision for research and development in Capsim is the revision date. You see, revision date means the time when the new adjustment on your product will be made available to those products and also to the market. So ensure that when your product is revised, it has enough time to sell. For example, if you check able product, its revision will be updated by April 5th, which is give it a very long time, more than 6 months to sell, and this is a very good decision for Able. For Adam, you see the revision will come out on 23rd October 2021. This is not a good revision, especially because you'll only be having, let's say, 2 months to sell your unit. Some of your competitors will be having 4 months, 3 months to sell their units, and so they'll beat you on the unit they will sell. For Aft, it will come out on 16th September. This is not bad, but also ensure by 1st September you have your revision ready. For Agape, will come out on 11 November 2021. This is a very it's not a nice decision because here you will be having only less than 2 months to sell your unit, and your competitor will be having more than, let's say, 3 months to sell their unit. So despite your product might be good to the market, but you'll see that you will not sell enough units because you did not give the product enough time to sell. For AJ, which is a new product, will come out on 7th July 2022, which is next year. That is not a bad date because you'll have at least 6 months to sell, and that's enough time for your product to sell enough units. Our next item is Capsim marketing. In this section, we are going to talk about something like price, promo budget, sales budget, and forecasting. So I find this the most difficult section of Capsim because you don't know how many units, or you don't know how the market responds to your decision. Yeah, you need to think about everything, including research and development, your promo budget, your price, your sales budget, your capacity, and also your financial decision for you to come up just with the forecast amount. And there's no right formula for doing this, especially for forecasting. And sometime with a little problem or with a little excitement, you might end up over forecasting. And there's nothing as bad as over forecasting, because it means you'll produce more unit than what the market requires. And when that happens, you are likely to end up with emergency loan. So while doing Capsim, make sure that you do the right thing, especially on forecasting. So, and you cannot do forecasting right if you don't understand the price dynamic, the promo dynamic, the sales dynamic, production dynamics, financial decisions. You need to think about everything, including research and development, for you to come up just with forecasting. So if we start with the traditional product, we find that the price is the second most important thing, and it carries 23% importance. So for you to determine the price that you'll charge, you need to think about two things. That is, what is the limit for prices that has been set by Capsim. So for Capsim, traditional customer expect a price of between $20 and $30. As you begin making traditional decision, everything is expensive. R&D is expensive. Um, Buying capacity is expensive. Improving your automation is expensive. So you are going to start with the highest price possible. So you are going to assume that most of your competitors are going to charge that high price. For this case, for example, the guy charged that $29.5, which is good because you need to finance everything. And if you charge less than that, you are going to make losses. So you'll start by charging that highest price. For this case is 29.5, which is, I find it very good. The next thing you are going to look is promotion and sales budget. For my case, I will go for $2,000 for both cases, because for me it works best. So, but also 1,500 for both cases is not bad. So our next product is Eka, which is a low-end product. For low-end product, price is also the most important thing, and it carries 53%. So this means that the product that will be lowest priced, it's likely to sell more than any other product if everything else is kept constant. For this case, we charge $20.5, which is not bad. And also there's a chance that most of competitors will charge around there, because again, here everything is expensive. You have now a low automation level. You need to improve it so that you can cut down labor cost. You are also expected to buy capacity, which is also still expensive. So to finance that, you also need to have a little higher price. So again, we charge $20.5, and for promo 2,000, and sales budget 2,500. Again, this is not bad. This is good, because you see, accessibility grows slowly compared to awareness. So you are always expected to charge, to have higher budget for sales compared to a promo, or you can have the same. Our next segment is high end. For high end, price is the last thing. So for customers here, they look for price like after an afterthought. They'll just, first of all, they'll check if this product meets their requirement of ideal position. If it is very new product, it has never been in the market before, or it has high performance, that is high reliability. So although price come like an afterthought, so but ensure that the price is within the set range. For high end, the range is between 30 and 40. So here they charge 39.5, which is good, and also spend 1,500 and 1,500 for both promo and sale. This is not bad, but always ensure you have something like 2,000 for both. For aft and for aft, which is performance product and sales product, they had price of 34.5, which is not bad. Also, they had promo and sales budget of 1,500 for both cases, which is also not bad. But again, ensure for sales and promo budget, you have at least 2,000. Okay, so now we have understood how we make our price, promo, and sales decision under marketing. We can now try to figure out how we do the forecasting, which is the most challenging thing to do. Making forecasting decision depend on the amount of units sold in the previous round. However, in round one, it's quite difficult because at round zero, nearly all companies had the same unit sold. So you don't know how each other are going to make their decision. So here is more of like a guesswork. So again, you can use the amount that you had in round zero and the supposed amount that you sold, and you need to multiply that by 1 plus growth rate. In this case, growth rate is the amount the market will grow per in each segment. So when you multiply it by the growth rate, you find the likely amount that you are going to sell in this round. However, you need to guess how advantageous or how disadvantageous you might be compared to your competitors. In this case, we'll prefer to go with the most unlikely case because you don't want to end up with too much inventory. And again, with too much inventory, you're likely to fall into emergency loan. So when you multiply by growth rate, you can try to think about how likely the market is going to turn out. For this case, you can try to add some variance to the unit that you have gotten, or you can try also to reduce some variance from the unit that you have gotten. So this is all at your discretion. So you all need to know, or you all need to gauge or guess more. Guessing is the most appropriate term. The amount of unit you are going to sell more than your competitors, and that is the amount that you are going to input on your forecast. For this case, for able 1100, that is not bad. There's a high chance that you are going to surpass that, but based on this decision that we have made both for the marketing section, and that is the pricing, promotion and sales budget, as well as the R&D. Also for Eka, which is a low-end product, there's a chance that you are going to sell, let's say 2,000 units and even more. But ensure that you are very vigilant so that you do not end up with too much inventory. For Adam, 550, also for Aft and Agape, that is a feasible amount. There's a chance that you're going to surpass that unit for most products. But if competition is too high, selling even 550 units is going to be difficult. So for these three products, that is Adam, product in high end, after a product in performance, and Agape, a product in sales market segment, ensure that your variance is very low, and in most cases ensure that you use negative variance after multiplying the unit that you sold in the previous round by the growth rate, that is the segment growth rate. Okay, I think that's all for marketing. We can now go to production. Sometimes I find like production segment of Capsim, making decision for it is somehow less challenging compared to marketing. This is because making decision in production segment is highly dependent on how good you made your decision in the marketing segment. So for example, the unit or production schedule, this depends on your unit focus in the marketing segment, in the marketing section of the Capsim. So for this case, we are going to produce 1011 units for Able, which is a traditional product. There's a chance that we are likely going to sell more than 1,100 units that we forecasted to sell. But we also have inventory at hand. So this inventory will act as a buffer stock, so that in case there's a chance that you are going to sell more units than you have projected, this will cover those additional units. For Eka, I think I made also a good decision now, because this is a low end segment product. So he produced 2,500 units and he had inventory of 39 units. So he'll have a buffer stock of more than 300 units, because he had forecasted to sell 2,200 units. For Adam, he produced 550 units. This is nearly the same as the unit forecast. However, he had inventory of 40 units. So this inventory at hand will act as buffer unit. For after performance product, I produced 520 units. He had inventory of 78 units. So this 78 unit will act as a buffer stock. For size, it produced 550 units. He had inventory of 62 units. So this 62 unit will serve as buffer stock. So let's go to buy sell capacity section. So for able, he sold some capacity because he had 1800 capacity and only now utilizing he is not even utilizing second shift production, so there's no need to have all that capacity lying idle. So we sold this capacity and used some proceed from that to increase automation. Previously they had the automation of 4.0 for able, which is a traditional product, but now it's increasing to 7.0. This is a wise decision because with higher automation level, we are going to cut down the labor cost. Low labor cost helps uh, because it reduces the cost of production. The next product, which is Eka traditional product, is buying some capacity on 42 units because now it's producing about 78.6 of the product in second shift sections. So to cut that down and also reduce employee turnover, he had decided to increase the capacity, and he has also increased the automation to 8.0 from 5.0. This is a wise decision to cut down labor cost. For Adam, which is a high-end product, he has sold some capacity because he had 900 and he doesn't need that much now. So selling was an option, just not to have too much capacity lying idle because it doesn't bring money. For after and Agape, he neither changed the capacity nor automation, he maintained the same. For the new product, he purchased capacity of 350 units, that is AJ, and provided with the automation of 3.0. Because this is a new product and it will start being sold in the next year, you need to order capacity for it. And also you need to order automation so that production can be possible. So this is again is a wise decision. So based on the decision in production section, I think he has done great. And with this decision, if everything goes well, especially with forecasting, I believe is going to start it well and will sell just enough units to maintain profitability. The final section that you should always be making decision last is the finance section. This is the section that actually provide money for everything that you have done. That is R&D, capacity improvement, automation improvement, etc. It also provide money for human resource. So whenever you do here, you need to do it while you have done everything, so that you do not end up making a wrong decision that will make you to have an emergency loan. So before you make the final decision, which is finance, you need to check the balance scorecard. While checking balance scorecard, you also need to check the ratio. They work hand in hand. So while checking balance scorecard, there are two things that you need to check that influences the finance decision making. And that is leverage and days of working capital. Ensure that leverage is at least 7 and days of working capital is at least 4. You can do this by keep changing your figures, that is issuing stock, borrowing, and also issuing long-term debt. For this case, he has issued long-term debt of 18,900, borrowed 13,000, and issued stock worth 14,216. If you check the graph for liabilities and owners equity, we can find that it looks like it is nearly balanced because long-term debt and current debt is about 50%, while the common stock and retained earning is about also 50%. So this is something that looks good. So the amount that will end up at December 31st, 2021, or the year, the coming year in any given round, make sure it's a positive number and not a small positive number. The reason for not having a small positive number is because if you have a small positive number and you end up with emergency loan, it's sorry, if you have a small positive number and you end up with too much inventory, you are likely going to have emergency loan to finance your operation, and in that case, it is not good. Too much of emergency loan is difficult to repay, and it means that you will incur losses year after year trying to repay the amount. And if competition is too high, for you to recover, it will be very difficult. So ensure that at least at the end of the year, that is the coming year, you have a positive number, not less than $10,000, so that it can cover the risk that you might end up with too much inventory at hand. I think that's all for this review, and I believe after watching this video I've learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that next time we have similar content or related one, YouTube will notify you. Again, thank you. Have a nice time.